they popped up so big. I'm like, this can't be real. I'm using farm eggs, you know.
Yeah. Are you looking for
A doctor.
eggs without any hormones?
Eggs without hormones, eggs
Are-
that have not been injected.
Melissa, is are the states still raising chickens with it and getting it?
I don't think they are.
Oh, okay. We had somebody who was doing that.
I don't think they are.
Okay.
Did you call Mike?
Nope.
That's okay.
I got done at 9 o'clock last night.
Oh,
Went straight
gosh,
through to 9. And then this morning, my phone's been ringing off the hook. And
Not good.
it's on my list though, and at the top
Yeah.
of my list.
I'm gonna try to find a hematologist.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'll ask him about that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask on this side of town.
Okay.
Okay. Unless he has somebody who's like the best on the other side of town,
I'll go
then
anywhere. Yeah.
then I'll say.
We lived in San Antonio where it's, you know, an hour to get to the other side of town. So
Right.
it's,
Right.
it's no big deal. And we live out in the middle of nowhere where we have to go 50 miles to buy groceries, so yeah.
Nice and quiet.
We live on a college campus behind a football field. We just actually moved out of the end zone to the walking trail, so now we have a quiet backyard.
Can you hear the game going?
Yes. Well, when we were in our house, I could hear Stacy announcing
Oh,
the
wow.
game. Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
And the baseball field's in the front yard, so across the road. And I can hear him announcing there too.
Did you ever get any baseballs through the window?
No, not us.
Gotta teach him how to hit.
Exactly. We didn't make it that far.
Thank goodness Friday's my day off, huh?
Sadly. Do I come this afternoon?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you know what time?
She was gonna email it to me, so I need to check.
I think they had you for like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Because after that,
You're
I got a
gone.
date with a hot chick.
Excellent.
Me too, I'm hoping.
All right.
We can compare notes tomorrow.
I'll be hoping for you too, buddy. Gotta get her back better. I came up with the idea of going bowling, but her back.
Oh yeah, she's not gonna want to bowl with a sciatica
No,
issue.
I don't want to do that. Gosh, I wish I could find a doctor who could
Fix her?
take care of her. Well, that she would let take care. That's the fact.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah. 39. Any nausea?
Mm-mm.
Any dizzy?
Mm-mm.
Okay. How about anxious?
No, I'm doing really good.
You sounded. I'm just going through the list
Mhm.
of things, and that's great. Beautiful. Now we gotta get you.
I have this muscle right here is really huge
Okay.
and swollen, so I'm thinking, man, it could be from the toxin yesterday.
Yeah.
But I'm still really thirsty, which is kind of crazy that it's still in my system.
Yeah. I'm gonna have you investigate glutathione.
Okay.
Good sources, because you need, the kind that you can have. But glutathione is an antioxidant,
Okay.
and it's like the one that I start everybody on.
Okay.
It's foundational. The antioxidants, you're not gonna feel a difference
Okay.
with antioxidants, except for maybe glutathione. Because what they're doing, you don't perceive. What they're doing is they're taking a bullet from the inflammation, from the free radicals, we call them. And so instead of your DNA taking the hit, or a protein getting hit and misfolding so that it doesn't do its job anymore, it becomes cellular junk, it takes the hit. And so glutathione is just really, have we talked about this before? Okay, all right. Oh gosh, I think we may have talked about this.
No, glutathione.
That's the great thing about Alzheimer's. But yeah, and it's I call it the resiliency factor, right? If all three of us wind up accidentally drinking poison, and I'm the only one that died, it is likely that your glutathione levels were higher than mine.
Oh wow, okay.
And so it gives this toughness factor, and it's the only one where I have noticed personally, I take it, I feel stronger.
Okay.
And then I've had the same report from patients, you know, when they say, man, I feel stronger. I feel that way when I take boatloads of vitamin C too.
Okay.
But glutathione is going to give you that increased resiliency and strength internally. And so I want to get you on that as fast as I can.
I did up my vitamin D to 6,000 today. Is
Okay.
that correct? Day 3?
Yeah.
Day 3?
Yeah. And so we'll do that for 3 days.
Okay. And I did hit a couple of extreme fatigues today, like I had to lay down in the shower,
Okay.
had to sit down, but that's kind of normal.
Okay.
Like an extreme sleepiness hits you,
Yeah.
and I'm just done.
Yeah.
Still not getting sleep, that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
not getting
And that's
sleep.
the issue. And sleep is really a brainstem issue for the most part, usually.
My sleep was really good until I started taking clonazepam and baclofen.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I started taking that, like I took a half a clonazepam, it knocked me out for 9 hours, so I started taking a quarter of one, and I would get good sleep. But then I started getting suicidal, and then I can't regulate my own sleep now.
Yeah. The border, when I say border, because there's really no border, but between the pons and the medulla is where you have a bunch of little nuclei that are all involved in some aspect of sleep. And so getting those two handled, and they are heavily involved in parasympathetic nervous system. And so if you're ramped up sympathetic, that it drives the parasympathetic down, and so you're not going to be sleeping. Even if you doze, it's not going to be helpful. Very helpful. You've heard of melatonin, okay, and everybody wants to jump on that bandwagon as quickly as possible, and I'm not against doing it for a little while, but how melatonin works is different than we thought. Melatonin is more like an officiator in a football game. Doesn't play, it gets the game started and then monitors the progress. That's how it works.
Okay.
And we've got a combination of two major nuclei, the pineal gland, which senses light, and so it's our external drive for feeling different states and giving different chemistries and getting you ready for bed and all that, or waking you up. Hey, look, it's light, and look at the angle. It's low angle right directly at my eyes. We're definitely up now, and that's that system. But then you have an internal system, the supramarginal nucleus, and what it does is it's constantly monitoring adenosine. Now you say, well, what's that? Adenosine triphosphate is the currency of energy in the cells. And you take an ADP or ATP and you break off break off a phosphate, and it becomes ADP. Well, you got the energy from breaking the bond. Then we are on the right, we're on the left, left side, left, and we're 5, 6. She's very distracting.
You gotta go. It's time to go.
Yeah.
She's done this good job.
I will when we come back.
She says that.
Every time.
I plan on it today.
Okay. Hurting bad? But that adenosine starts to build, and it creates in that nucleus what we call sleep pressure. That's where I'm gonna go to sleep. There's, and that's where people, like, they're driving and the sleep pressure takes over, and they're not able to overcome it, especially if their frontal lobe isn't strong enough to say, no, we're staying awake. And then it shuts the brainstem down and, into a sleep mode, and boom, that's it. You're done. So, but yeah, that's really, how it functions. And you say, well, adenosine, it's adenosine diphosphate, because it hasn't been restored to that third phosphate, right, with the phosphate bond. And that takes a process, and as you go through the day, it backs up. You're trying to keep up, but you can't, and it gathers, and that's what creates that sleep pressure. And then you go to sleep, and you have a chance to catch up, take all those ADPs and turn them back into ATPs, and you wake up with lots of energy. So
Very good.
that's
I get
a
that.
more accurate model of sleep. Melissa, can you check when her next appointment is today, please?
Oh, I'm sure. Sherry sent me an email. She's good.
She already did.
I'm sure she did. I mean, she told me she would, so I know she said she did. She did.
Just wanted to make sure, because I'm finishing up here.
And then I'll just be here at 2, and then if it's at 3, I'll be here at 3.
I'll be here. I live here.
I know you do.
What's that? 2. You're right.
Thank you.
Right on. Have we done Stroop? I think we have, haven't we?
Stroop sounds familiar. What is that?
It's the names of colors and the colors. Okay. We haven't then. Because I give you a sheet and it's got these names of colors.
Oh, no. Give it to me later.
Yeah, we'll go over that.
Thanks.
Because that's an area we're trying to hit, and what's really nice about it is it's like a double whammy in that